field, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota on first down. He spins free. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run on first down. Elam. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
52.
Now Taylor. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go,
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Come on, set. H.E. Gator. Hey, Haywood. You draw Corker.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points.
He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
3, 1.
First down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I got 15. Single. I single slot.
Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
54 miles. Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
I'm going to hit you all day.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, high 7.
They'll set up a throw. Going for it all. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
57's mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Shift.
Again, it's Mariota. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Taylor now returning it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Lions have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Check the out. One. Mike 52. Here it comes. Mike 52. Come on. You better bring it. Mike 52.
Mariota now from the 50. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Seahawks 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a give right side. Elam, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On the ready.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Bravo.
They'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Shoot.
Following the interception here, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On first down, Elam. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. Right slow. Drive on. Shit.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here I come.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Whip. Watch the whip.
One.
Mariota to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Kiki QT. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mariota. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This a 33-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get started. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 57's Mike.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check the hot read.
One. 3.
Who do you want?
To throw is Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for the... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. To return is Taylor. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, Team 6.
Safety screaming.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
218, chop. Cut. 25.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, 2. 5.
Second and 6. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
53, check with
Looking to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Charlie. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Big Griffin.
He'll drop to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Ready.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
54, go. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, exit. Let's go, D, let's go. Now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
19 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Three. One.
57.
To throw, Mariota. Quick hitter here is complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mike 5-2.
Mariota now. Open man is QT, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43. Yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He'll field this at the 5. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they work this out past the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seattle.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
And the Seahawks, first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here we go. Go. Hey, Alpha. Mike 51.
Back to throw.
Here we go.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On second down, this is Harris. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Blue 18. 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.